Lewis Hamilton's first appearance in red in front of the Italian public was fraught with intense emotions. From 12th place in qualifying to 4th place under the checkered flag of the Emilia Romagna GP, the SF25 provided the 7-time world champion with sensations that left him smiling. The British driver appeared overjoyed following the race, applauding the team's efforts and devoting sweet words to the Ferrari supporters. Unlike Charles Leclerc, the neutralisations had no negative impact on the British driver, even though the protracted stay of the safety car on the circuit cost him valuable laps that could have allowed him to catch Oscar Piastri and fight for 3rd place, which was only 1.4 seconds away. After the race, Hamilton only had good words for the team and brought the hope back to Italy. Could he be fighting for a win this weekend in Monaco? Given the racing pace demonstrated on Friday, Ferrari was hoping to recoup several spots after a terrible qualifying session in Imola. Hamilton certainly didn't expect to finish just shy of the podium, however. Starting so far behind, I didn't expect it, but the car gave me great sensations. I felt much more in tune with the car, a feeling I've been missing since the sprint race in China. The team did fantastic, and I think we're slowly getting there. In addition to the performance of the SF25, Hamilton also found the work done by Ferrari as a team to be excellent, both in communication and strategy, elements that have often been at the center of criticism. Riccardo Adami Erdie did a fantastic job of communicating with me. I kept calm, so he was calm as a consequence, and the whole team was calm, also in the execution of the strategy and the pit stops. Overall, it was an exceptional race. I was hoping for a few more laps because maybe I would have even finished on the podium. The Ferrari SF25 in the race appeared to be a different car than in qualifying, and it was also far superior to earlier Grands Prix that had left the drivers in uncertainty. Doubts persist even after the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, albeit in the face of a surprisingly favourable outcome. I don't want to bring bad luck, but for sure there are many positives to take from this day. We had a good pace, so we need to analyse and understand where and why. I thought we would have improved this weekend with something that we tried to fix, and I think there will be other improvements. But the setup was really good. The car felt fantastic, setup-wise. And as I said, the strategy team did a fantastic job with the decisions and pit stops. So overall, it was a wonderful job for Ferrari. Hamilton also dedicated a heartfelt thought to the fans of the Reds and the emotions they were able to transmit to him in this, his first race in Italy at the wheel of the Ferrari. The spirit of the fans was incredible. Thank you so much to everyone who came here. It was very special for me to see the red tide. I didn't know what to expect, and I don't know how many people came, but I think in the end, it was one of the biggest crowds that have ever been here. Seeing so many people, there was also a huge Ferrari flag at turn 7. It felt like something vintage, something from the old days when I watched Michael Schumacher Eddie was racing. It was really great to see, a unique experience that I will always keep in my heart. Lewis Hamilton confessed that his 4th place finish at the 2025 Formula 1 Emilia Romagna Grand Prix marked the first time he felt totally united with Ferrari since China. The British driver overcame a disappointing qualifying performance on Saturday with a brilliant recovery run at Imola, finishing just off the podium. Hamilton lost one position from 12th on the grid at the start of the race, becoming caught behind Andrea Kimi Antonelli's Mercedes. Both drivers took advantage of a virtual safety car to swap tyres, with Hamilton showcasing vintage manoeuvres suitable for a 7-time world champion to storm up to 6th. A safety car for Antonelli's stopped Mercedes caused Hamilton to pit for another set of hard tyres, dropping him to 9th, but he swiftly recovered lost time. He swiftly passed George Russell for 6th place, then took advantage of a skirmish between Leclerc and Albon to pass both and finish 4th. Reflecting on the race, the 40-year-old expressed his excitement at finally feeling in sync with the SF25 for the first time since China. I mean, there are tons of positives. One is the strategy, Hamilton said. It was really fantastic. They made great calls, didn't put a foot wrong there. In China, I felt really aligned with the car, and then the only other time is today. I felt that real synergy, and I think the setup was great. We made a bit of an improvement in our performance for the race. We've just got to unlock the potential in qualifying. If we had qualified higher up, we would have been fighting for a podium, which is something we didn't think would be possible. Hamilton's great performance in Imola was both well-deserved and eagerly anticipated, following his best Grand Prix result of the season and the Ferrari team radio catastrophe in Miami. The Italian marque had been looking for form since winning a sprint race in China, and with a double Q2 elimination, expectations were low. Given the circumstances, it's difficult to argue with Hamilton when he says the Imola finish was more spectacular than his China sprint victory. Well, China was pretty great, but I would say this one is better, he explained. I've always loved when you're fighting from further back and coming through. That's how I started off as a kid. That's always such a better feeling than starting first and finishing first. But definitely, absolutely mega race. However, where Hamilton left the track happy, his teammate Leclerc left the track frustrated and angry at the team. The Ferrari driver feels his squad is under-delivering after a dismal qualifying left him fighting back through the pack in F1's Imola Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc expressed unhappiness after finishing 6th in the Formula 1 Imola Grand Prix, claiming he cannot accept his current situation at Ferrari. Leclerc was eliminated in Q2 on Saturday, and although recovering to finish inside the points, he was disappointed with his weekend performance. The Monegasque is presently 85 points behind championship leader Oscar Piastri and has only finished on the podium once this season, 3rd in Saudi Arabia. I was saying before the race, it was one of the races where you've got to race with the heart and you've got to put the elbows out a little bit, Leclerc said. I know that when it's like this, you go very much on the limit, sometimes a little bit over. But when you are starting P11, I mean, as a driver, I just cannot accept the situation we are in. I took risks. I don't think that with Pierre Gasly I was particularly at fault over the limit. It was just a racing incident in the way it was. With Alex, it was very much on the limit for sure. I thought that in the way the rules are written, I was right on the limit of those rules. I've got to check the images again, but I don't regret anything I've done. Today was all about giving it all. I knew from the moment that I didn't take the pit stop on the second safety car that it was going to be a very difficult race. Leclerc won his home race in Monaco last season in stunning fashion, breaking his winless streak in Monte Carlo, but believes he will struggle to duplicate the feat in this year's race, which takes place next weekend. When asked what he was expecting in Monaco, he said, "A very difficult weekend. I think Monaco is exposing quite a few weaknesses of our car. So, I don't know, but there are also many things that you cannot really expect. The amount of risk you take in qualifying, the car is set up in a very different way, so I hope we will be surprised." Following Saturday's disastrous qualifying, Ferrari was expected to respond in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. And so it was, even if Charles Leclerc's 6th place finish brought more regret than joy. The Monegasque had begun on the medium tyre, quickly recovering positions with track overtaking and a forceful undercut, putting him 8 spots ahead of George Russell, who had started 3rd. The neutralisation with the virtual safety car for Ocon's retirement in the midst of the race, as well as the safety car for Kimi Antonelli's stop on the circuit with 17 laps to go, wrecked the Ferrari driver's plans, as he fell from 4th to 6th place in the final laps. But it showed that Ferrari is on its way back. So, can they build on this during the upcoming weekend in Monaco? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.